We started in Bandung in Indonesia before moving to Hiroshima in Japan, where after 3 seasons we have finally won the Asian Champions League. Now we are travelling the 8,000 miles or so to Pretoria in South Africa for a brand new challenge to win the African Champions League. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Rocking All Over the Globe, and that is exactly what we're doing, and we've just rocked all over the globe, and we have travelled the 8,000 miles or so to Pretoria in South Africa. And having arrived at the airport, we've decided to come and have a look at the stadium straight away, and the taxi drivers dropped me off, and I think we might be in the wrong place here. He might have dropped me off in the wrong place. It does look a little bit bleak, and I think we might have overshot. Hello. I think we'll just go for a walk down here. There's obviously stuff going on, but we'll take a... I wonder what's behind that wall. Is that where the stadium is? I can't see a stadium, but we'll just walk down here, and we'll just go... I think he should have dropped me off here. If we just go around here and then get up to this roundabout, I think... here we are. We are at... Well, that doesn't look like a stadium to me. It kind of looks like it's a little bleak around here. I better go in and meet the team, I guess. Welcome to Mamelodi Sundowns. Let's go and kick some balls. And so here we are. We are now manager of Mamelodi Sundowns in Pretoria in South Africa. And we are quite excited by this challenge. We have already, as you know, won the Asian Champions League at Hiroshima. The new challenge is to win the African Champions League. And I believe that with Sundowns, we have as good a chance of doing that in the seasons to come as we would anywhere in South Africa. Sundowns are a team here that are used to winning things, and unfortunately over the last couple of years it seems to have fallen away, and they haven't won a trophy in 2 years, and so we need to put that right, and we need to make sure they start winning again before we can move on to our next challenge. We need to take this team to the African Champions League. And so we have already in Asia gained 8 trophies, including the Asian Champions League. And so let's find out a little bit about Sundowns. Sundowns, they do play in the DStv South African Premier League. Their reputation is 3-star. They have very good training facilities. And for this kind of level, they have pretty good youth facilities. And if we do have a look at the facilities, it is a little better than it looked from outside. And they do have a 28,900 all-seater stadium, which is pretty large. And they're a very, very proud club. The Lucas Masterpieces Moripa Stadium is something that they are all very proud of here. They do have adequate corporate facilities. They do have excellent training facilities and good youth facilities. And they have a very good academy coaching team and above average youth recruitment. And so I do believe that they are moving in the right direction. They certainly do seem to have a little bit of money. They have an overall balance of 2.8 million or 2.9 million in the bank, and finances were a little dodgy last year, but they're still doing quite well in terms of finances. We have a transfer budget of £4.5 million and a wage budget of 123,000, and we currently at the moment are predicted to spend 93,000. It's going to be a busy transfer window, I think, something to look forward to, although the big problem is that we don't have any scouts. And so we have to get some scouts in, because at the moment we only have one scout and he's not able to do anything. We need to get some scouts in and get them out finding players. We also need to develop our coaching staff and our medical staff. We're really struggling in terms of that. The previous manager, when he was sacked very recently, I think the staff went with him. him, as indeed happened at Hiroshima. All my staff left shortly after I left, so the manager going into Hiroshima is going to have a bit of a problem there as well. But we need to get staff in. We need to do all kinds of stuff here before we take to the pitch in a couple of months' time. It's going to be a busy transfer window, as I said, and we need to get on with the job in hand. We do have money to spend, and so hopefully we're going to find some new players coming in through the door, and probably getting rid of a few players as well. In terms of the club vision, what is expected of us is that, of course, we will work within the wage budget. We will maintain the club status as the most reputable team in South Africa. They are a very, very good team. They have been a very good team over the years, and we need to restore that. And in terms of growth, the 5-year plan, we need to grow the club's reputation next season. We need to reach the latter stages of the Champions League, and we need to, in terms of the league, qualify for the African Conference Cup. And that is something that I believe that we can do here. I think it's a good team, and working towards next season winning the South African Premiership. I'd like to think that we could win the South African Premiership this season, but we will have to see, and a lot of it depends on who we will bring in. I have got my one scout already. He is just having a quick look at Daihayashi and Takada from Hiroshima, and we're just going to see if it might be worth bringing one or two of those young boys in, using the money on players that I already know. We're going to scout them anyway and see what my scout says, and we'll make a decision on that at a later stage. We definitely do need a striker. Our top goal scorer from last season was Antonio van Wyk. He only got 10 goals. He's a winger, and having a winger as your top goal scorer suggests to me that we are desperately short up front. In terms of our squad, if we have a look at the team in general, then if we rank them by their ability, you can see that the top players are Neo Mayema. He is a winger. He's a left winger. They look the same kind of standard as we had at Hiroshima, and they are very similar in terms of the star rating, in terms of the reputation of the clubs. And then we have a centre mid who is also a 4-star player. Again, looking like they are of a similar standard to Hiroshima. He's a very good player. Will probably end up playing as a centre mid on support. Will do a very, very good job in there. And so they do have a number of good players and a number of young players who have a lot of potential. Leander Kumala is an attacking central mid. He looks like he's a very, very good player. 17 years old. He's going to be getting some game time. I need to sort through this squad, find out who's surplus to requirements. We've got some players down here who probably can be moved on, and then we need to look at bringing some new players in. We need to get my scouts working. We need to work through this squad. I think it's going to be a difficult season to begin with. I don't think it's going to be very easy for us, but we'll do our best, and we'll try and win the South African Premier League. Our main rivals are Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates. They do have some good names here for their football clubs, and we will be doing our best to overcome them and to win the South African Premier League. They are a very proud club, and they are well used to winning trophies. They have finished in first for a long time, and then they finished in second 2 years ago and finished third last year. We need to get them back up to the top positions. We need to sort through this squad, get things rolling here. I've got a lot of work to do here. It's not as bleak as I originally thought when I was dropped off by the taxi. But I need to go through the transfer window now, play some friendlies, get this team ready, and then we'll be back with the first couple of games in the South African Premier League and news of what has happened in the transfer window. As I said, we do have some money to spend. We are going to get some scouts in. We're going to get some scouting done, and we're going to see what we can bring in. I remain optimistic for now, and we will go and do what we need to do. And we'll see you in the next episode.